if you treat a man as he is, he will remain as he is, but if you treat him as he can and should be, he'll become what he can and should be.
Some of the parents, though, they've tried getting help from everyone. They've tried from the schools, they've tried from the community, they've tried counseling, and the court is basically the last hope.
Can I be excused, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Usually on the first day we start off with, number one, we talk about respect. What it is to respect a person, what it is to respect a teacher, and what it is for a teacher to respect students. That way they know how they're supposed to behave while they're in the classroom.
So behavior to me is being basic and fundamental. You teach them good hygiene, you teach them good social skills of how to say please, thank you, you're welcome, that type of thing. And that behavior, it doesn't matter where the young man is from, he responds to doing things that are appropriate.
Everybody starts off in the orientation unit, and that's usually 30 days. From the orientation unit, you go to a line cottage, and from a line cottage, you go to a group home. Now, here in orientation, you're pretty much watched pretty closely. You can't walk outside the building without a staff member being with you.
We do an assessment for the first 30 days while they're in the special needs unit to see what their needs are, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and to help them build on their strengths. So to change some of their weaknesses to be more positive. So it tends to be that the treatment team coordinator works within a team of clinical managers that together we come up with the appropriate goals for that child.
Goal setting is probably the biggest thing that we do. Setting a goal and being able to achieve it.
The unique part of George Jr. is we have a program for all students. We have a life skills program that meets the needs of those students who truly are unable to strive academically in the regular curriculum, but they make great gains. They learn how to balance a checkbook, they learn how to read, they learn the basic things that they're going to need to make it in the world, and that makes them feel successful.
When you get from orientation to a line cottage, your privileges increase a little bit. You have more freedom. You can now at least go outside as long as you stay within the immediate vicinity of the cottages. Your bedtime might be a little bit later.
We collaborate within the English department on our curriculum so that we're able to align our curriculum to the state standards. As we are part of the Grove City Area School District, we want to be in alignment with the school district as much as possible.
What turned Lewis around, I think, here at George Jr., it's structured. The home environment, I met some of the staff here, the teachers, the Barnes School. The staff is very nice. The teachers, Mrs. Martin, the principal, very open.
They teach the kids social norms that they need to be successful back in the community. A lot of our kids come here without the knowledge, I guess, of how to do well in the community, how to live with other people without following the negative influences in life. After they leave here, tend to do very well.
They come in so rough, and we have to polish a lot off of their social skills and manners and things.
If you and I were shift workers, you work 7 to 3, and I come in from 3 to 11, you may not want to deal with something from 2:30 to 3 o'clock, so you let me worry about it when I come in. With the couples, they're part of that home. They're part of the kid's life, just as if a natural family was involved with their own children. The concert parents, they take pride in ownership in that home.
When they make a change and they realize that they need to follow rules, or they realize that they need to make relationships with people, it's a great satisfaction to see that the light turns on.
And ultimately, that's the main goal. To understand that you have to take responsibility for yourself and your own actions.
I firmly believe what you expect from the kids, you'll get. So we have very high expectations, and it shows.
Shoot for the stars, because if you miss, you will fall in gently on a cloud.
They start to see that they can do something about their behavior. They start to see that they're not a slave to their own habits. I think they really start to enjoy the freedom that they have in learning to do what's right for what's right's sake, and that's progress.
They tend to learn on their own. All that the George Jr. program is kind of somebody that's helping guide you to the right door. You still have to make your choice, which door do I want to go to? They're not walking through the door with you. You have to make the choice which door you want to go to. But I think the George Jr. program, along with the school program, teaches the students the proper way to do it, and in the end, it's on the student to make the choice.
His family supported his decision, and this was totally his decision, not his parents, not mine. He discussed this with his attorneys, and he decided he wanted to stay here.
Last year at our graduation, I believe we had about 40 students, and 10 of them had chosen to stay at the end of their junior year to graduate from George Junior Public School.
We spent a valuable resource to get them here, but it pales in comparison to what the adult system would spend on them if they didn't achieve the success here that they're capable of achieving.
Color is within, you know, and for me to state that to a youth that come from a Philadelphia inner city hardcore neighborhood, they have no knowledge of that. You know, they feel like if we work here, then we came from an upper level, middle class, and to tell them that we come out the projects and we made it. And you could do the same thing, you know, and they look, some of them listen.
Kids are kids. I don't care what you say. They might come from different areas than they have before, but they're still kids.
Yes, and everybody has a right to make choices. And everybody, no one's perfect as a human being. So you're going to make mistakes. But the mistakes that you make, you try to correct.
On his graduation day, just right over there, I remember him grabbing me and just starting to cry because he wasn't ready to be released. And being a heavy, excuse me, being a heavy substance abuser, he knew that his chances of success would be very limited if he didn't change his people, places, and things.